Hi everyone, welcome back to the neighborhood. Today, we're taking a look at the CCA CST, which has been getting a lot of attention recently up here on the YouTubes. But is this attention really worth it? Let's get into it. So, the CCA CST was sent into the channel by Dave, the newly minted Honest Audiophile. And I appreciate him sending these into the channel for review, so make sure to check out his channel as well. But onto the build here with the CCA CST. It is a bit weird. It's a chunky bullet style IM with what I'm assuming to be wood grain and a metal shell. It has KZ Starline ear tips and an attached cable with a mic. You can wear these over ear to control microphonics or straight down if you wish. The back of the bullet also has a screen, giving the impression that these might be an open IEM, even if they don't sound like it, which we'll get into. So, in some ways the CST appears cheap, and in others it seems more than worth its price. By the way, the price here is pretty cheap. They're on Amazon for approximately $21 at the time of this review, and I think I've seen them for even cheaper, around $12 or so. So, what about the sound? Is it even worth the price tag? Honestly, I get why some might like these, and for the price, they're not bad. But, from a technical standpoint, I'm not really impressed. In general, I find them to be grainy, harsh, and strident at times, and they have too much mid-bass presence and mid-bass bleed. Others have said that these aren't bassy, and I'm not really sure what they're smoking, because these are most certainly boomy and also pretty woolly to me. The bass always has a kind of cowhide tom-tom tone to its presentation, even when it wasn't a tom being played. The $16 ZST-X in comparison has some minor sibilance here or there, but it's much clearer than these in almost every fashion, from the lowest portions of the frequency response range to its highest. In character, the CST is dry, only mildly airy, and somewhat thin and hollow sounding as well. It borders on metallic timbre, and it's too artificial for me to find it pleasing. For example, cymbal strikes and hi-hat hits are artificial sounding, and come across as white noise at times. Separation is also a giant weakness of this set, as sonics often felt cluttered and confusing. The soundstage is also rather small, and most sounds occur from inside and between one's ears. Depth was decent, but still rather 2D in its sound. Even if they appear to be open, they surely don't sound like it. Microdynamics are poor, and macrodynamics are limited, even despite its boomy nature at times. Vocal presentation is alright, but even this wasn't spared from the grain that is everywhere on this set. Peripheral detailing was also a struggle for this set as things moved across its sound field. Sonics were clearer in the middle and less clear as it moved towards the sides and around one's ears. Imaging location and placement was fine, however, instrument distinctiveness was an issue. So, I know I usually give things a full review, no matter what, but in this case I just don't feel like these are worth it to get into things any further. These obviously are just pure hype, and they don't live up to it. These sound like a decent free set to come with a cell phone these days, and nothing more. In fact, I have my AKGs which came with my Note 8, and I'd take those over these. I ultimately cannot overlook their faults for their price, and I would have been upset to have spent any money on these in this case, even if they are cheap. Especially when there are clearly better options out there for cheaper price tags, and with overall better builds and sonic qualities in the end. At best, to me, these are mediocre and offer nothing special. So if I were you, I'd skip the hype here and question anyone with audacious claims regarding these, because if you're like me, you'll just be disappointed in the end. And just a reminder, guys, make sure to hit subscribe here, tap that notification bell, follow the channel at Instagram, Twitter, the blog, or become a Patreon. The Patreon is only $1.50 a month, and it gets you access to early written reviews like these. This one was up on the Patreon for a few weeks, so they got access to it first. So make sure to join if you want to be first in for the hot takes. And with that, I'm out for now.